First thing this week, I'm putting a groove down the one edge of this fencing stab here. The reason for me doing that will become apparent shortly. Let's speed this up a bit. Now my dust extraction isn't working, so I'm having to stop the router after every cut and wipe it off. I'll sweep that up, it's all up later, but in the meantime, here we go. There we go, that's enough cuts there. Here we have it, a groove down the side of a fencing stab. This is what my bird feeder looks like now that a storm has blown through. The ground here is a bit wet to support this, and there's quite a wind loading on that when the wind blows through, and it is pushed over. The pipe this is made out of is so thin that you can't really drive it very hard into the ground. So I've come up with an idea which might work. We shall see. By the way, this isn't to protect this against squirrels, because we don't have squirrels in Orkney. But when I lived down in Cheltenham, there's a chap I knew who didn't like grey squirrels and called them tree rats. So for any murophobes out there, this is to protect my bird feeder from ground squirrels, we shall call them, because they can climb this pole and pinch your birdseed. So we've got that. So first thing to do, take this down. Tra-la. Now if I drive this fencing stab into the ground far enough, it'll be nice and secure, and I can support the bird feeder on that, which is why I routed this groove in the first place. Right, set up my spirit guide, as Alan Carr will call it. Oops, missed. There we go. A little bit of plum, but it's not too bad. Whoops. Oh yes, that's grand. Next bit, some wood. there we go. This has now been secured to a fencing stab, and the stab's been driven in nice and far, be nice and secure. Should stand up to any storms coming this way, so we'll find out next storm. I might not be out of the woods yet. Where this pipe comes to the top of the fencing stab there, that's a weak spot. These tubes aren't terribly thick, so it may bend and eventually crack there. If that's the case, I'll replace this upright with a length of water pipe, and it'll stand up to the stresses much better. There you go. Another thing I'll say about bird feeders: always have twice as many bird feeders as is hanging out. Then in the morning you take these in, fill yesterday's ones and put them up, and then these, if it's been a horrible day, can dry and you can clear them out and clean them out. Then every week, or well, if it's bad weather, every week. If it's better weather, leave it a couple of weeks. You can clean these, take them in, actually clean them with take them to bits, bottle brush down the end of them, that kind of thing, and you'll stop disease from running through your wild birds. But just taking them in so the dry and wet weather will stop a lot of the gunk building up. So that's my philosophy on bird feeders. If you've enjoyed me doing my little bits of repairs in the garden here, a like, a comment and or a subscribe would be awfully nice. To subscribe to YouTube channels doesn't cost you anything. It just means the algorithm gets a better idea of how popular the YouTube channel is, and it's all good from our point. So there you go. I shall be back next week with something else, and in the meantime, have fun till then.